screen, voices rising from the in-between. Truth like thunder breaking the chains, broadcast loud through the static and flames. From the shadows where the outcast came, built a kingdom, built a name. No suits, no scripts, no corporate lies, just fire in hearts and war in our eyes. Turn the dial, hear the battle cry, with a spark they can't deny. We are the M4 Empire, forces rising higher and higher. From the ashes we built this flame, now the whole world screams our name. Stand up, don't back down, we wear the truth like a crown. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire. We are the M4 Empire. Headlines burning like gasoline, fuel for the fight on every screen. They tried to bury what we would say, but the signal cut through anyway. From late night streams to the morning cast, every shot fired, every blast. A legion formed in the common lines, an army built one voice at a time. Raise your hands, let the banners fly, this is our empire in the sky. We are the M4 Empire, forces rising higher and higher. From the ashes we built this flame, now the whole world screams our name. Stand up, don't back down, we wear the truth like a crown. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire. They said we'd never last, just a moment, just a flash. But empires aren't built overnight, they're forged in war and lit by fight. Every stream, every show, every voice that shows to grow. This isn't just a brand on air, it's a movement rising everywhere. We are the M4 Empire, hear the crowd lifting us higher. Through the noise, through the flame, now the whole world knows our name. Stand tall, don't you tire, we're climbing higher and higher. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire. We are the M4 Empire. Neon fades but the signal stays, echoing loud through endless waves. From one voice to a choir's roar. Long live the M4 Empire!
Oh, what do you hear? What do you say? M4 Empire, Marvin the Movie Monster Montanero here with another live stream for you guys. Feels like this is my fifth of the day. It's actually my fourth of the day. My fifth comes after this. We're going to be talking to you guys for the next hour here, going through a couple of things, the Supergirl and He-Man trailers, the reviews, early reviews for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So this is going to be a big one, guys. If you want to join in the conversation, you're able to do so with Super Chats. Please send it to Super Chat. We take every Super Chat, big or small. We take breaks for Super Chats $50 or more. So if you want to butt into the conversation, you can absolutely do so with a Super Chat of $50 or more. Otherwise, we get to them in between segments. So, yeah, we've got a ton to talk about today. We had a very successful member stream earlier. We had a really good M4 Cast AM this morning with me and Lauren. Fun pro show earlier today as well. So, man, if you guys aren't tired of me yet, I could never get tired of you guys. So let's right away call out Retro Meister becoming a YouTube member. Now, he was already a member. I believe he has upgraded his membership to the highest level that we have. So I believe that's Imperial Soldier, is it? Or it's something like that. But yeah, we are going to enjoy having you there, Retro Meister. And yeah, let's power in, guys. Any super chats that come in before we get in? Oh, thank you very much, Zen Wookie, saying such a cool intro. Thank you very much. So yes, the song is composed by a program, but I wrote the lyrics. So I do consider it an original work, I guess, in a sense, just not in a musical sense. But yeah, I love, dude, the songs that we play on this show. I have so much love for, because I really love writing lyrics. I hate writing poetry, but I love writing lyrics. I know that's a weird kind of juxtaposition, because like they are the same thing essentially. But I like writing things that rhyme, that I know are going to sound epic, as opposed to just something that some college douchebag reads under a tree while strumming a friggin' acoustic guitar. So, all right, guys, but we have a lot to talk about. Oh, Zen Wookie just became a member of the M4 Empire channel. Thank you very much, Zen Wookie. Hope you guys are enjoying the day. Hope you guys are having a good one here. I actually popped into the Tuning Talk Wrestling chat, or I popped in the chat and then I popped on the stream. So it was nice to see those guys again. That was a lot of fun. So I guess technically this is my 5th stream of the day. We're going to do 6 today, because sleep is overrated. We're going to take you guys right to 11 o'clock, and then we're going to redirect into the Lauren and Apollo show, where there will be no Apollo tonight. So it's going to be the Lauren and Marv show. I'm going to be doing the show with Lauren there tonight. But let's dive in, guys, because we have got a huge thing that we need to talk about here. That would be the trailers for Masters of the Universe, He-Man, and Supergirl, because they both released today. Oh, hold on. Pastor of Muppets for 10 big ones says, I know how to boost your subs on M4 Empire Gaming. Get Wilton to play with you. No, I will not. That's what I think about that. I hate playing games with Wilton. I hate communicating with Wilton. I hate watching Wilton do anything or be in the vicinity of me. So, yeah, it takes a lot of money to get me to do things with Wilton. So, yeah, I will not be doing things with Wilton. I know he's on with Pro right now over on that game place. But, yeah, the last time I played Fortnite with Wilton, I almost cursed him out on a PG channel. So, yeah. Old Lady Game Show, caffeine's your friend. You have no idea, my lady. No idea. Hold on, I think that's too loud. Let me get my fan going there. All right. Let's dive in, guys, because we've got to talk about these trailers. I'm going to set up real quick on the back end here the different backgrounds. So let's do it. All right, here we go, guys. He-Man trailer coming up first. So big day today, guys. 2 trailers debuting on the same day for 2 major nerd type movies. They were He-Man, Masters of the Universe. The movie's not called He-Man. If it were called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, I think it would actually do better. But it was just called Masters of the Universe, and then we had one for Supergirl. So let's have a look, guys. Let's see how these look together. Hold on, that was the intro song again. Yeah, these trailers, man, let's take a look. We're gonna stop and start, just because the copyrights do like to hit us a little bit. So let's dive in first, guys. He-Man trailer coming up right now. No, Prince Adam, you're in a bad situation. We're jumping right into it. They're not putzing around on Earth in this one, guys. They are not dealing with like, oh, he's stuck on Earth and he's doing all this stuff. We are just diving right into Eternia stuff here. So this is probably a quarter of the way through the movie, because I've heard that Earth is not a big part of this film.
I know most of you don't remember me, but I know all of you.
Are you talking to the fan base there? And there's our race swap there, by the way, guys. Idris Elba playing Man-at-Arms. I know a lot of people are really upset about that one. I want to see how it plays out. I obviously, guys, I don't like race swaps. When it's Idris Elba, I do tend to be a little bit more forgiving about it, because I just think he's a phenomenal actor. But we have to see how this plays out, because, I am opposed to them, obviously. So, look at him. He looks great. Right away, Castle Grayskull, absolutely tremendous. I absolutely love the way this looks. It's like the toy come to life. Seriously, I mean, we all had the Castle Grayskull toy when we were kids, right? Most of us did anyway. I love that.
Even though I was stuck light years away on Earth.
They didn't show the stupid pronouns this time. And yes, guys, the pronoun thing is a joke. So, you know, I have confirmation that the pronoun thing was a joke.
I never stopped trying to get back home.
Everything
There's Tila. She looks good.
changed since you left.
It's all gone. Skeletor took my family.
Skeletor getting name dropped in this one. I like that.
And he destroyed our world.
It's all my fault. I know how it feels to fail.
That sword looks so good. Like, it looks pristine. It looks perfect. I love the way the sword looks. It's entirely authentic.
The sword. And when you fall, that's your chance to stand tall.
Can I just say the music is really like, what an improvement the music is in this trailer from the first one. The first one had just like really this sounds like that 80s kind of synthwave music. I really dig that. It reminds me a bit of Thor Ragnarok, only not like a Taika Waititi fever dream. Just listen to the soundtrack here.
Stand tall.
Snake. Did you see Snake Mountain there? Look at that. Look how good that looks. That's perfect, man.
The universe shall quake in my shadow.
All right, so we're giving Skeletor kind of like a Shakespearean quality. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, look, we were never going to get the I am Skeletor, the master of evil. We were never going to get that, and I don't think we should have gotten that. So, you know, we'll see.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. But I can't do it without you.
Somebody wants to brawl.
I need every man, woman, or whatever that is.
Looks like a slee stack from Land of the Lost.
You may have the power, but you're too scared to use it.
Trust me. I know how to use it.
That was cool.
You tell everyone that you're from another planet. It just makes you sound a little very crazy.
Okay, you know what? From that trailer alone, I would be in. Obviously, we had the pronoun joke, which set a lot of people on edge in the last trailer. So I understand their hesitation, but I have heard from somebody that has actually seen the movie through a what do you call it? A test screening, that it is actually not a big deal. Like, it's a joke. It's played for laughs. They're mocking the concept of pronouns and that. So I'm not really that concerned about that joke. Now, the big thing that a lot of people had a problem with was when the director came out and did that whole thing about toxic masculinity. Oh, Skeletor represents toxic masculinity. Now, I get what he meant by that now in retrospect, like looking back on it. He-Man represents the positive masculine qualities of, like, you know, strength and protection and kindness and knowing when to be gentle and yada, yada, yada. Skeletor is obviously the darker side of masculinity. He should have said it like that, not used a culture war dog whistle like toxic masculinity, because that's what just set everybody off. And now everybody all of a sudden had their shields up about this movie, and they still do. They still do. But guys, the same day that this trailer hit, we also got another trailer, a trailer for pretty much the exact opposite of He-Man, is Supergirl. So let's have a look at that. Let's see what James Gunn and his team are cooking over at DC. Yeah, let's see what they've got going on over there. Now, we watched the Masters of the Universe trailer earlier today over on M4cast AM, but we have not watched this one yet. So let's have a look at this trailer. Don't know why it doesn't want to go full
I was
screen.
just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back.
Hold on, guys, because for some reason this isn't going full screen, and I don't like that. Let's just... Why don't you want to... there we go. All right, full screen. Let me put it back up. All right, so you're going to notice a few things straight away with this one.
Hey, I was just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back. You know, I'm just worried that you're not going to...
Right away, we recognize that voice. That's David Cornsweet as Superman. So they were like, "Uh-oh, nobody's interested in this movie. Let's throw Superman in it from that other movie that nobody was interested in."
Find your stride here if you keep going off-world all the time, Kara. I'm worried you're not going to find your people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Clark.
You know, I personally love when my heroes are just a drunk, absolute blistering mess.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Clark. I have no people.
So that right there looks like when Brainiac takes either Kandor or Argo City. So it looks like she actually leaves before Krypton is destroyed. So it looks like the taking of... So what Brainiac does is he basically carves out Kandor. And I think maybe he does it to Argo also, but he carves out Kandor and he miniaturizes it and he puts it in a bottle to preserve it. That's what I guess he does. That he like collects cities from civilizations. So I guess she escapes before that happened.
Oh, miss wherever you are, buddy.
Needle drop, James Gunn. This looks like Guardians of the Galaxy, guys. It's got like the same light coloring as Guardians. It's got the snark of Guardians. The stupid CGI dog.
Crypto and I at least had each other. Honestly, I thought we were lucky. But luck, almost by definition, runs out. What can I do?
The Brickens carry the antidote on that person.
Oh, good. A snarky brunette British girl. Just what every movie needs.
He has 3 days.
So it's a Save the Dog movie. It's a Save Crypto movie. Just like the last movie, which was also a Save Crypto movie. So the movie is about the dog. It's about, and not just the dog, because the dog is modeled after James Gunn's dog. So it's a movie about James Gunn's dog. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Because James Gunn is such a morbid egomaniac that he can't, for the life of him, just tell a story that's not about himself anymore. Because now he's the boss, and so now what he says goes. And obviously he didn't write or direct this, but it's all being done under his creative vision. We've been hearing tale come out of Warner Brothers that there is very little creative freedom in DC anymore. You do the movie that James Gunn wants you to do, the way he wants you to do it, with the characters he wants you to do. He's the one that made Crypto, designed after his dog when he directed Superman. So yeah, this is a movie about James Gunn's dog. And again, just like Superman had to save Crypto, now Supergirl's got to save Crypto.
You cannot give up on me.
It's the crime of the Yellow Hills. Who murdered my innocent family.
Just do what I say. And don't die. This does not look like this is gonna end well for you guys.
Stop. Okay, so now he looks good. This is the role that this man was born to play, by the way. Lobo actually looks good. I question how much he's going to be in it. Now, we have heard that in the reshoots, we've heard there's like 8 different versions of this film, that test screenings have gone so poorly. They did reshoots to add another scene with Superman in and more Lobo. because Lobo apparently tested very well and nothing else did.
Hurting my head.
Revenge. It won't take your pain away.
This could be a Guardians movie. If you told me this was a Guardian, if Star-Lord walked out right now and said something snarky and then there was some kind of 80s needle drop, I would 100% believe it. So it could...
Your eyes are beautiful when you cry. A lot of pain, huh? A lot of suffering.
There's no home without you, buddy.
Aren't you the ditz from that dive bar?
Funny. That's what I've been calling you.
Touche.
Again, if this was a Lobo movie, like, look, they had to make sure it'd be written by Anna Nagara, directed by Craig Gillespie, so that people stop coming at James Gunn. But this is a James Gunn movie, guys. No two ways about it. That is a James Gunn movie. This one, I mean, this is the exact opposite of the other one, right? He-Man was fun. It involved, you know, like action that kind of got you pumped. It gave you some classic locations that looked, you know, epic. This gave you dive bars in space that looks like it could have been, you know, from a Guardians movie, a unlikable main character who's drunk, and another Let's Save the Dog movie. Let's Save James Gunn's dog movie. Because, I mean, look, I care about dogs. I love dogs. I am a dog person. I could give two craps about James Gunn's dog or James Gunn's wife or James Gunn's dad or James Gunn's home, because these are all things that Superman was based off of, right? I mean, he puts his wife in the DC universe in Peacemaker. He puts his dog in his Crypto. He made Clark's relationship with Jonathan Kent a lot like his relationship with his dad. He made the Kent farm a double wide because that's what he used to see in farms growing up in, like, you know, northern United States, as opposed to what Kansas farms actually look like. So there's just way too much James Gunn going on in the DC universe. It's James Gunn's DC universe, created by James Gunn, you know, starring James Gunn, featuring James Gunn and all of James Gunn's friends. Trademark James Gunn. So if the rumors of him leaving are true, good Lord, it can't come soon enough. So it's funny because it's almost like we got a Guardians trailer and a Thor Ragnarok trailer. But, like, I feel like this was all the worst parts of Guardians, and the Ragnarok, like the He-Man trailer was like all of, like, the good parts of Thor Ragnarok, minus all of, like, the Taika Waititi nonsense. So yeah, interesting that Amazon and Warner Brothers decided to drop their trailers on the same day. Especially when one is so, like, aggressively male focused and one is, like, so aggressively girl power. Of course, guys, the girl playing Supergirl put her foot in it almost immediately. Let me find that. All right. This here from geeksandgamers.com, written by me. Supergirl star Millie Alcock, great name, by the way, preemptively blames sexism for backlash ahead of the film's release, echoes She-Hulk rhetoric. Yeah, that's the thing that you really want to echo, right? She-Hulk. So there you see them side by side. Conversation builds around DC's upcoming Superman film. Actress Millie Alcock is already addressing the criticism backlash she expects to face. And the way she's framing it is raising eyebrows. In a recent interview, she suggested that much of the response, I think there's only so many times I can say Alcock before YouTube flags me. In much of the response to her casting and performance may stem not from storytelling decisions or fan expectations, but from something else entirely. When asked how the Game of Thrones fan base prepared her for the backlash she expects surrounding Supergirl, she said the following: "It definitely made me aware that simply existing as a woman in that space is something that people comment on. We have become very comfortable having this weird ownership of women's bodies. I can't really stop them. I can only be myself. What? Why would you say that? Nobody out there is being like, hey, this movie's going to suck because you're a girl. No, everybody is like, this movie's going to suck because these trailers suck. Like, this looks like it sucks. If this is the same kind of like, style of film as Superman, it's probably going to suck because Superman sucked. So I honestly, guys, like the fact that she's coming out with this right away, it just shows that Warner Brothers James Gunn and Warner Brothers know that they've got a turd on their hands. This is apparently, I said, 8 different versions of it, multiple reshoots, rewrites, all of this other stuff. They know this is not a good movie. And so now they're trying to get out in front of the, they're trying to get out front here and try to, of the criticism. They're trying to get in front of the criticism, is what I was trying to say. They're trying to get in front of the criticism by saying that it's sexism, so that when people push back on the storytelling, the writing, the cinematography, the effects, all of the above, they can just be like, sexism, and face no consequences for it, right? So framing the criticism before it begins, we have seen a couple comments from her, but rather than focus on the creative side of the project, its story, tone, or direction, Alcock's remarks lean toward reframing potential backlash as something rooted in audience behavior rather than the film itself. Now, this echoes another comment that was made a few years ago by Tatiana Maslany, the star of She-Hulk, when she said, there's so much resistance to a woman just existing in that space of superheroes. There's always going to be that. I sort of anticipated it. It's why I also feel it's important. There's such an entitlement to space held by certain people, she means men, and to even exist as She-Hulk is like a FU, and I love that. The similarities between those comments, guys, very hard to ignore, and also very hard to draw up any kind of excitement for Supergirl. All right. Let's dive back into what you guys are saying. Yes, Andre Adams. That is, in fact, her name is Millie Alcock. Let's see. If Marv said he didn't have water in there, I wouldn't be surprised. It is water, I promise. Let's see. Okay, no new super chats came in during that segment. So let me just see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let's see. Hollywood needs to stop doing bad things to animals. I agree, Marie Jade. Old Lady Gamester says Supergirl. Pastor Rhodes, every time I hear I Have the Power in that trailer, it sends chills down my spine. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool, guys. Yeah, Supergirl does not look great. He-Man, I think, looks like it has promise. I'm not going to say it looks great. Archer Merchant checking in for 5. Supergirl is really saying they shouldn't be ashamed to be bad, as in a bad film that doesn't sell. Yeah, absolutely. Marie Jade says I'm sick of girl boss movies, and that's coming from a woman named Marie. So all right. One second, guys. Just looking through the chat here. Doing these streams by myself with no co-host, it definitely can be a little bit challenging at times. So yeah, those are our 2 trailers. He-Man, Supergirl. Which one makes more money? I would probably say He-Man will probably make more. But speaking of movies that are going to make money, guys, we have got to talk about a movie that's coming out tomorrow, or tonight even, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Probably the movie that I am most looking forward to of anything this year, even more so than Godzilla Minus Zero. So let's have a look, because something happened today that actually made me really excited for them. I was already excited for this Mario movie. I'm even more excited now because one very specific thing just happened. So let me pull that up for you guys right now. There you have it right there from geeksandgamers.com, written by me. Hollywood critics trash the Super Mario Galaxy movie with rotten review score. Man, it does not get any better than that, guys, because I already thought this movie was going to be good. Now that I know that the shill Hollywood critics from the atrocious and corrupt Access Media are hating on it, actively hating on it, well, now I am dead sure that this movie is going to be an unmitigated disaster. Let's have a look right now at what this says. So the divide between critics and audiences is once again front and center as the first critic review score for the Super Mario Galaxy movie has hit Rotten Tomatoes. And as you can see here, guys, from this screenshot, it is a dismal, rotten, splatted 44%. Obviously, we don't have a popcorn meter yet because no actual people have seen the movie yet other than advanced critic screenings. But it is deja vu all over again for Nintendo fans, very clearly. According to Rotten Tomatoes, it currently sits at 44% firmly in Rotten territory after 59 reviews. Meanwhile, there is not yet a verified audience score, but box office projections are calling for a massive holiday open weekend. If this sounds familiar, well, it should, because the same thing happened with the Super Mario Brothers movie. Critics versus audience. Where the Super Mario Brothers movie hit in 2023, Hollywood's Access Media critics delivered a similarly negative response. The film landed on a 59% critic score. It was lower. It was around 50%, honestly, when it first debuted. And then as more critics reviewed it, it got up to 59%. Still rotten, still splatted, barely scraping by. Audiences, however, told a different story. Look at it right here. 95% verified audience score. That is incredible, guys. Look at the divide between the Hollywood shill Access Media and the people that they are supposed to be serving. They are supposed to be the voice of the people, and what they are doing is showing that they are the exact opposite. They have no idea what the common people want. They only know what the studios want. These are the people, guys, that gave Hoppers a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the Super Mario Galaxy movie is sitting at a dismal 44%. And guess what? This movie is going to make so much more money than Hoppers did. Like, seriously, so much more money. Hoppers has been out since March the 4th, right? So almost an entire month's worth of box office, shy of just a few days of being a month. This is going to obliterate that entire total in one opening holiday weekend. One opening weekend corridor, 5-day period. It is going to destroy Hoppers. It is rumored that it's going to have a $350 million opening, and right now we have Hoppers sitting at $298 million, right? So after this weekend, maybe Hoppers gets up to 310, 315. It is a holiday weekend, maybe even 320. Mario is going to blow by Hoppers. It's going to leave Disney and Pixar in the dust because this movie is doing something that people want. Here's what critics are saying. Critics argue the film is empty or lacking substance, too focused on spectacle and franchise elements, and light on character-driven storytelling. AKA, there's no message in this. There's no greater moral in this. There's no social commentary in this. No virtue signaling in this. And that is why this movie is going to make $1 billion. Let's have a look directly here. Let's see what some of these shill critics are saying. 77 reviews. We're still at a 44%. Let's view these right here. Let's go all critics or top. We'll go all critics. We got some positives right off the bat. Super Mario Galaxy movie will power up the global box office in a vibrant sequel with amazing CGI scenes. It's all fan service with admittedly flimsy plot, but that's okay. Guys, I'm not looking for Citizen Kane here. I'm not looking for a movie and here we go. Our buddy Christian Toto from over at Hollywood and Toto. Good to see him out there. Pratt, Day, Glover, and Larson voice beloved characters going through IP motions. But that's a positive review. 2.5 out of 4. Richard Probst from The Independent Critic. The best thing I could say about the Super Mario Galaxy movie is that somewhere bubbling underneath its cinematic surface, there's a film with an abundance of heart and humanity trying to run, dash, and jump its way into our lives. Let's see. Takes the work of the first film, levels it up. It's funnier, more action-packed, and filled with surprises for gamers. That's great. Culture Mix here says Super Mario Galaxy movie falls into a movie sequel trap of adding characters and attempting to cover up a messy plot. The animated film has eye-catching visuals, but an unimpressive story reduced to a generic chase scenes and battles. It's not sounding bad to me. From We're Watching What? All side quests, no substance, while filled to the brim with references and Easter eggs, the sequel is somehow even more anemic on the plot front. Alas, a textbook case of preying on nostalgia instead of bothering to nourish the intelligence of the fan base. Nourishing the intelligence of the fan base, a.k.a. it's not challenging you. Because that's what we want out of our Super Mario Brothers movie, right? To be challenged. Fine for younger audiences, but will likely leave adult viewers wondering what the point of any of this was. I guarantee you that's not going to be the case. Jason Adams here. Get ready to paint eyes onto your eyelids so the kids don't catch onto your snooze, moms and pops. Wow. These shill critics hate this movie. One of those movies that falls under the heading of parental duty for those who have young children, especially those ensconced in gaming and the Nintendo world. Clearly not being written by people that grew up with Mario. It all becomes too much, amounting to nothing more than a nostalgic noise and chaos with no real effort doing anything. Where's our friend Grace Randolph? Because she's in here. And I know that she had something to say. Here it is. Bowser, Princess Peach, and Yoshi are standouts. But still, these movies remain inaccessible to non-gamers. Really, Grace? Really? Because a lot of non-gamers go to see these movies. That's why they make over $1 billion. It's not all gamers that are going out there and padding up this. Not really a movie with like story structure and character arcs, but more celebration of Super Mario games. God forbid Nintendo fans, ? Be delighted. Good Lord. This woman is vapid. She said in her review that Bowser is a bad villain because he represents the manosphere. Because he's masculine, I guess, because he's a dude. Here's the thing, guys. What is the one common theme in all of these reviews that lead to this 44%? You want to know what it is? It's the fact that the movie is fan service. Oh, look, it went up to 45%. Another one must have just come in. It's the fact that it's fan service. It's the fact that fans like this movie. That's what they hate. I have never understood why fan service is considered a dirty word by the people of Hollywood, by the critics of Hollywood, by the shill access media. Fan service should be a positive thing. You're serving the fans. You're giving them what they want. Oh no, your movie didn't have any social commentary in it, but it actually told a story that made you feel good, made you laugh, made you feel something for a second, got you excited, and made you clap. Oh no. What a waste. I should spend $100 to bring my family to the movie theater for a film, including snacks, to feel bad about myself walking out, not to actually have fun. Heaven forbid. Does nobody ever actually think about the target audience for these films? Does nobody actually ever stop and think about whether or not people want to be challenged by these films, whether they want to be intellectually stimulated? No, they just think up their Hollywood bubble. They know that this movie is about to once again hit and eat Disney's lunch, eat the lunch of all of the communist propaganda that was Hoppers. And if you don't believe me that it's communist propaganda, go watch the Real Life Fake Wizards video on it, because he does an amazing job, better than I ever could, in wrapping up why exactly that movie is the horror show that it is. But let's take a look more at this article from geeksandgamers.com. Massive box office projections are signaling audience rejection of critics. Industry tracking has estimated the movie could deliver a staggering 350 million global opening over its holiday weekend, making one of the biggest animated debuts of all time. Now, to put that in perspective, the projected opening alone would surpass the month-long total of Hoppers. While Hollywood's access media is busy labeling the film empty and soulless, audiences appear poised to show up in massive numbers, echoing exactly what happened with the Super Mario Brothers movie, which audiences then went on to turn into a global phenomenon. So what we're seeing with the Mario Galaxy movie, guys, it's not new. It's part of this broader trend where critics and audiences are increasingly out of sync. For years now, you have critics prioritizing messaging, structure, and thematic depth in films, while audiences are prioritizing entertainment, fun, and, dare I say it, rewatchability. And when it comes to things like Mario, which is a franchise built on gameplay, charm, and simplicity, that divide becomes even more obvious, because the first film proved critics don't determine success. Despite negative reviews, the Super Mario Brothers movie went on to become a massive global hit, the biggest video game movie release of all time, driven almost entirely by audience enthusiasm. And the bigger picture here, guys, is that at this point, the gap between the Hollywood access media and everyday audiences is not just noticeable, it is expected at this point. If the Hollywood access media hates it, you know it's probably going to be fun. It's probably going to be a good time. It's probably going to be something safe to take your children to. It's going to be something that you can show up to at the movie theater, get your popcorn, get your soda, sit with your kids, and walk out thinking, you know what, that was money well spent. That's not what the Hollywood access media critics praise. They praise things like themes, things like, social commentary, virtue signaling, woke movies, if to coin a phrase. But Super Mario Galaxy movie review situation is simply the latest example of that pattern. Critics deliver a cautious or negative take, fans ignore it and form their own opinions, and the box office tells the real story. Because, guys, it doesn't matter at the end of the day what the shill access media critics say, because this 44% that we see here on Rotten Tomatoes, that is meaningless. Because when you look at the original movie, this 59% right here is meaningless, and this 95% is the only thing that matters. And the opposite is true too when the things are swapped. When the critics are giving something 95% and the audience is giving it 59%, again, the only opinion that matters is that of the audience. The only opinion that matters is yours. There you go. I actually have hope for this movie. IGN hates it, so that means I'm probably going to love it. Let's see what you guys are saying about this, though. I would like to see. LK, hold on, let me make this full screen again. LK for 5 saying the Super Mario cast was the Japanese GP last weekend. Jack Black waved the checkered flag. There should be some good video out there. You know what? I saw them playing Mario Kart together. The entire cast was playing Mario Kart. And I got to tell you guys, Brie Larson is actually a Nintendo fan. I'm convinced now. Because when they were playing Mario Kart, she was the only one drifting. She was the only one drifting her cart. So I was like, she actually plays this game. None of the others do. It's amazing how celebrities are just like completely detached from reality. Zen Wookie here saying, because fan service doesn't promote the message. Aaron P says, Marvia Grace Rain-Up impressions are like fingernails on a chalkboard, kind of like the real Grace. That's how you know it's working, my friend. Donovan Bradford says, I miss Tom's videos of Grace, so that could wake me up from a dead sleep. Donovan Bradford also says, I also think because Nintendo told Hollywood you can't touch, and they didn't take kindly to an IP holder having more power than them. Look, the one thing I'm worried about is, the one thing I don't like in this is that Princess Peach is not Princess Peach. They made her into this, like, you know, super capable, throw down with anybody girl boss, and that's not who Peach is as a character. Andy Masterson says, do a super chat goal and Marvin will wear a Grace wig. I don't think anybody wants to see that. I don't think I have a blonde wig. I had gotten one for a puppet thing that I was trying to do, and I don't know where it is. Grace said the film wouldn't last a week, and she had some people come down on her so hard she clearly forgot it did $1 billion plus. Yep. Grace is an idiot. Let's see. LK says there was a critic from the Times that said he had to stab himself in the hand with a pen to keep from leaving. Yeah, I did see that. If the Times thinks that it sucks, it's probably really good. IGN gave it a 6, which means it's probably actually an 8 or 9. So, you know, anyone, Doge Pal says, anyone watching Mario for a heavy story is missing the point. I completely agree. Just a Dutchie saying Mario is nostalgia. Absolutely. Guys, we are nearing the end of the show. So if you want to send in some super chats to make your comments known on this, then I absolutely will, be happy to read them aloud. But yeah, so I'm seeing it tomorrow. I'm very excited to see it. I will have a review up on geeksandgamers.com sometime tomorrow, and then hopefully a review here on the channel for you guys shortly thereafter, which will probably just be echoing my thoughts in the written review. But I will also have a review up on Criticless. So if you guys are not on Criticless yet, you got to get on Criticless, because Criticless is one of my favorite, aggregation sites. So hold on, I'm going to show you guys Criticless real quick in case you have not seen it before. So Criticless is a review aggregator that is entirely run by the people, by the fans. So you see me, follow me. If you get on Criticless, follow me at Marvin Montanaro. But you see all The Last Man Standing, King of Kings, Home Improvement. People are reviewing everything on here. So, and I'm sure there's a thing already for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, but nobody's seen it yet. So Galaxy movie. Yep, there it is right there, Criticless. We will be able to add our review tomorrow. We will do so. Let's see what the Super Mario Brothers movie has on it. Super Mario Brothers movie. They have the Super Mario Brothers Super Show on there. Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Yep, the audience has an 80% score on this one, 145 votes. So, there you go, guys. It is Criticless is my favorite review aggregator. Sign up for an account. It's free. and get reviewing. There are no professional shill critics on there. It's just people like you who are fans of movies who want to add their thoughts about it. Let's see. Oh, we saw Project Hail Mary here. Yep, got our most excellent here from Jasmine Dragon. Somebody would have told me 10 years ago that 21 Jump Street guys would grow up to make one of their best and most successful sci-fi films of the last 20 years. Would have laughed in their face, but that's exactly where we are. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Okay, Nathan asks, Marv, do you ever sleep? No. And after this, I will in about 15 minutes, I'm going to be on with Lauren and Apollo. So that will be my 6th stream of the day, technically. Plus, wrote a bunch of articles for Geeks and Gamers in that Park Place and worked on my super secret project that I'm working on right now. So, yeah, guys. So checking to see. I don't think any more super chats have come in, so I think we might have to leave it there for tonight. But we are going to send you guys over to Lauren over at the Lauren and Apollo show, which is going to be starting in just 15 minutes. I need to take a little breather, refresh myself, refill my water. Appreciate it. Marv's getting as bad as Culture. Yeah, Culture has said that I've taken the title from him as hardest working man on YouTube. So we'll see. But it's working. Hey guys, Thursday night at 8 p.m. we are having our 7,000 subscriber celebration here on the channel. So make sure you tune in for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Special guests. We're gonna have a lot of great conversation. The ladies that wrote the Buffy script, the horrible Buffy script, are writing Scream 8. So Trish is beside herself. We're going to talk about that a little bit. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And then next Thursday, we're going to have legendary comic book writer Chuck Dixon on the show. So that's going to be awesome as well. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you over at Lauren and Apollo. I'm sending you guys over there right now. Let them know it's an M4 Empire raid over there. And we will see you guys from all of us here at the M4 Empire. I thank you for your attention, and we'll catch you in the next one.
They said we'd never last, just a moment, just a flash. But empires aren't built overnight, they're forged in war and lit by fight. Every stream, every show, every voice that shows to grow. This isn't just a brand on air, it's a movement rising everywhere. We are the but the signal stays echoing loud through endless waves. From one voice to a choir's roar.